Awesome. That's good.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. Can't tell if it's not blurry.
No, that's good.
Awesome.
Tara and Jeff Miller work the room like pros, taking shots of prep work being done by students and professionals from the Canadian Culinary Federation.
How's your exposure?
Exposure looks fine. Let me see.
The legally blind photographer is enjoying a banner year along with her husband and business partner, Jeff Miller.
It's been an amazing year, to say it nicely. I've been doing my food photography for the past 3 or 4 years, and then all of a sudden, with winning the contest that I had with CNIB, and everyone seeing the lightning shot, the fortuitous twilight, it's just exploded from there.
Hey, I like that. Representing with the Glendale. Yeah. Awesome.
And what are you putting on it? Are you putting something on top of the cracker?
That's a duck.
Oh, the duck. Okay, awesome.
The Millers visit each room not only to chat with the chefs, but for Jeff to guide Tara around the room. She memorizes every detail and relies on her hearing to do the rest.
All right.
Go right the other way and take a look at the desserts?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, yep. I'll go over with you. But we're trying to capture it in such a way that the food looks just as good in the photos as it did when it went out.
Where we try to take our photography is a lot of people see a lot of beautiful images in magazines, and when you're at a restaurant, you know, you're sitting enjoying your dinner, but it's kind of like a voyeuristic view where people can like go inside the kitchen and see those chefs preparing in there with the tweezers and just the meticulous art of what they do.
We're missing 2 chives.
The results are simply amazing.
Well, this would be nice this way too. What about this one? That one looks fine.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
Tonight, the couple will take hundreds of photos. But what does Miller really see through the lens?
You're looking down and you're seeing what's in front of us. To me, it looks like tiles, and obviously I know that it's food, and when they explain it to me, it is. I like to capture it as, for example, when I look down at it, I'll see it as an art piece more. I'll frame it by light. Even if it's blurry to me, I'll frame it and I'll get home with the excitement that when I can see it on my monitor and enlarge it to the 200%, I get excited that, wow, I never saw that before. It gives me a new way of looking at life.
How are you doing?
Hi.
Watching Miller navigate the crowd with her husband is fascinating.
This is just the outside reception part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I think last year we came up through those doors.
Yeah,
and you
so
can
this
go
is
outside
where,
at the end, right?
Yes. Tara will sort of follow my steps, or just until I feel that there isn't a tug on my arm anymore, and then I turn around and she's off in the corner shooting. So.
And I've never broken or dropped anything here yet. And it's funny though that me being more visually impaired, I am less of a klutz because I'm more used to using all my other senses as opposed to just my vision. And I will look down, I will hear things more and have that approach. Do you use that too, like me too? Can you hear when he's in there pulling out a cracker? That's when I know he's in the dish. Yeah, that's when I know he's in there.
Oh, okay.
The Millers are proud owners of 100 Acre Woods Photography, enjoying a true partnership in business and life. And for Tara, fulfilling a dream.
It's wonderful. I love being able to do what I can do. And even with it being a visual world and me not having that vision, I'm glad that I can keep doing it and doing it successfully.
For Shaw TV in Winnipeg, I'm Tracy Koga.
Oops, sorry, I made your shot.
No, you're not.
No,
No,
I am.
not at all.
Set. Hut. Okay, now see.
Every move third-year Manitoba Bison's player Evan Gill makes is being looked at more closely this season. He's being moved to a more inside position on the defensive line than he's played in previous years for the team.
It's good so far. D-line's still D-line, but it is a little bit different perspective to get used to. Playing on the edge, you're a little bit more space to work in, especially in the pass rush, and now you're kind of thrown into a little tunnel that you got to work in, so it's a little bit of a change, but I'm starting to get used to it day by day, so it's good.
Okay, listen to this. Okay, Bammy, and free safeties if they run Z out 84 to the field, or Bambi if it's Z out 84 to the boundary.
Defensive coordinator Stan Pierre says the move is used to take advantage of Gill's size.
You know, our goal is always trying to get the best 4 guys on the field, and we thought that would help us. And we think just in his future, I mean, he's moving down there eventually. He's going to be 290 pounds without trying. So, I mean, his future at end was bleak.
Gill's future will be anything but bleak if he excels in his new position. He is already well aware of Bison alumni who pushed and tackled their way into professional football.
When I came into the program, I always kind of had the thought that I was going to end up inside with previous players like Donnie O on Edmonton and Eddie Steele with Hamilton and CFL. It's kind of one of those things that I'll probably end up preparing me better for the CFL in the long run, and just be one of those things that would probably be beneficial to me. So
there is a lot of work to do before Gill can reach the professional ranks, and right now he's working on taking the first step, literally.
The big change has just been working on my first step. When I'm on the edge, I can kind of see things a little bit slower. So when someone makes a step to me, I can adjust to it a little bit slower than on the inside, as opposed to they make a quick step when the offensive lineman gets going, you got to be with them. So the big change is just getting used to that, get that quick first step back, and I'm starting to get used to it now. So it's pretty good.
Gill is seeing some success already, but Pierre says the young defensive player will have a lot of different formations to get used to.
His space is constricted in terms of his pass rush as well. So, I mean, he's got 2 guys beside him. So he's got a real skinny lane to get through in his pass rush. So his moves have to be quite a bit quicker and maybe not set up as much as he does in the outside at the rush. It's apples and oranges, the 2 positions. So it's going to take him some time, but he's going to be fine in the end.
For Shaw TV in Winnipeg, I'm Mitchell Clinton.
What happens when you have your star player out for a long time due to an injury, and now coming back in one of the toughest roles from a prima ballerina? Well, first of all, I have to ask the coach himself, Artistic Director Andre Lewis, welcoming back Vanessa Lawson to the stage.
Well, it's absolutely exciting. I was so thrilled when she came to me towards the end of January, and I have the okay to do this. Vanessa was born to dance this role, so I think it would have been a terrible shame if she had not done it, because several years ago I was starting to think about it, said, well, I would like Vanessa to have a chance to do this again. So we are very fortunate that she's able to do it.
Oh, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful role. And Vanessa, again, welcome back to the stage.
Thank you very much.
Fill us in. I know it was a knee injury, but it's got to be tough.
It's been extremely difficult. I've been off for about 9 months now, and I just finally decided or was able to tackle this role towards the end or mid-January. So it hasn't actually been that long that I've been back, but I've been working really, really hard, and it's just a role that I feel I had to do. It was one of my first major roles, and it's been about 10 years since we last did it. So I knew that I just had to. Everything in my body told me I had to do it, so I've pushed.
What are some of the things that are different now when you're tackling this role, especially coming off an injury?
Well, it's been some of the strength issues, just trying to get back, especially in my feet. I did a whole lot of training for my body with an amazing athletic therapist, which has helped a great deal. But in dance, the feet are very important, and especially in Giselle, so that's been one of the main challenges for me. I've had to work so hard just to get all those little tiny muscles in the feet back to where they need to be for this role, because there's so much control involved. A lot of jumping as well, but at the same time, so much control and very slow movements, which are extremely difficult for a dancer, and to make it look easy is, it's one of the hardest things. So that's been difficult, but I hope worth it in the end.
Andre, the company now too has changed. There's a lot of new people that have never done this ballet before.
Yes, absolutely. It's almost like it's new again for most of those dancers. They might have seen the company do it at some point when they were young students, but they certainly have not performed it. But we have an incredible team with Johnny Chang, with Tara Birthwhistle, with Caroline Gruber, and Jaime Vargas, that have all had an experience doing Giselle, either this production or other productions. And now we have Desmond Kelly with us, who has had a long career at Sadler's Wells Royal Ballet. He also also trained with Peter Wright. He was his director. That was his first production, and he's been staging it all over the world. So we're thrilled to have Desmond with us also.
Now, Vanessa, you have a new partner, right?
Yes, I have my partner.
He's not here yet.
He's not here yet. No, he was here at the beginning of February for a week, so we had a chance to work at that point, but he had to go back to his company, which is American Ballet Theatre in New York, because they were setting some other ballets at that point. So he'll be back on Sunday, so we have a couple days to put it back together, but he's fabulous. He's absolutely incredible, very, very kind, very warm, and extremely good partner, and beautiful dancer himself, and it's been really nice to create a relationship with him and to be able to talk about our characters, because that's what I love the most about tackling a ballet like this. Yeah, and that's the most important part, is telling the story, so you really need that strong relationship with your partner.
It's exciting for us to be able to bring Jared. It's something that we have done in the past, is bring guest artists to come and work with our company. It inspires our dancers and inspires our ballerinas, and it makes for an interesting mix, if you will, by adding that ingredient to the soup. And Jared is an absolutely beautiful dancer, and absolutely perfect for the role of Albrecht.
Company, Andre, to perform a classic like this, what does it mean?
Well, it's one of those, in ballets you always get compared. Who did it the best, who did it the most turned out, who did it the highest, the most pirouettes and things. And a ballet also creates that, where if you are able to do such works as Giselle, Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, you move to a different level than just be able to do different kinds of work, but are not based on the pure classical or romantic works of the past. So they're important stepping stones for an organization, and that's why Arnold Spohr, David Moroni, when it first came to the RWB in the early 80s, did that. Now, 10 years later, Vanessa has added so much layers of understanding, of appreciation, of nuance, of refinement to her role. And that's what makes it exciting to see it over and over again, because you see new interpreters, people that have done it in the past that are bringing even further refinement and understanding to the role.
We love you. Welcome back to the stage. Thank you, Andre, for bringing a true favorite and a classic to Winnipeg. It is Giselle, and it opens March 7th and runs right through until March 11th. For more information, you can go to the website, and that's rwb.org.